What's going on, everyone? It's Devin from BeastAesthetics, and it's time to update you guys with a vlog on Elliott Hulses' first ever Strength Camp Challenge. Before I get into the vlog, I want to give a big thank you to anyone who came out who either supported, volunteered, or judged at the Strength Camp Challenge. It was definitely an event that I will never forget and a huge learning experience. And also, I want to say thank you to anyone who came up to me and took pictures of me or just came up to me to tell me that they were a subscriber and that they love my channel. I appreciate that, and it's one of the greatest feelings when someone comes up to me and tells me that they were inspired by a workout video of mine or just, by my training videos. So that's very, very cool. It was awesome meeting all you guys. There's so many names that I could just go off a list of awesome people that I met. But two big names I want to give a shout out to is my sponsor, Tim from I'll Pump You Up. He was out there. Just an awesome guy, man. Love you, Tim. EndomorphBeasts. He recorded all my events, so you guys give him a big thank you, because without him, I would only have had a few videos of the events, and they would not have been the best quality because my brother was recording from where the spectators were. EndomorphBeasts was considered an athlete. He paid to get in, pretty much, to be an athlete. And since he could not compete, he was in there recording everybody right up in front row. So big shout out to you, EndomorphBeast. And be on the lookout for a collab with me, EndomorphBeast, and my sponsor, I'llPumpYouUp.com. We got a lot of video ideas coming out in the near future. And one involves a lot of McChicken nuggets. All right? So let's kind of get into this event a little bit. The night before, Elliott Hulse had a dinner party, get together to go over rules, and it was like a meeting. So big thank you to Elliott Hulse for hooking us up with a buffet. That was a great buffet, good old Southern food. Had chicken, pork chops, I believe, salad, mac and cheese, and pudding. It was just a good old meal. So the morning of the competition, we had to be there at 9 a.m. to go over rules and whatnot. And let me tell you guys, in Florida, the weather can go from 45 degrees, cold, chilly, like almost to the point where you can't stand it, freezing almost, to hot. And that's what happened at the Strength Camp Challenge. The sun was out all day baking us. So everyone went home with either a farmer's tan or a sunburn or both. I came home with a wicked tank top farmer's tan. A boy, George Lehman, had like a dual farmer's tan going on. He had his sleeves down here for almost the whole event, and he rolled them up, so he had like 2 tan lines. But just a very, very grueling day. Being out in the sun all day just drained me. The next day I felt like I got hit by a bus. So the first event was a broad jump, which pretty much was you just stand still and jump as far as you can. But this was the thing: if you landed and moved at all, that did not count all. There was only 2 attempts at this, so I had to play it really safe because I didn't do any broad jump training. That was a mystery event. So I ended up getting like 7'11" on my first broad jump, and I didn't put all my power into it. I probably put around 90%. I just wanted to get on the board, and that felt pretty comfortable. So the next one I went about 95% because I was not going to go 100% because I just had a feeling that I was going to land and then probably either move my feet afterwards just because of the momentum on my body jumping, 8 feet plus. But I ended up getting 8 foot, I think 3 inches, which was really surprising. That's actually pretty good, I think, considering that I don't train for a broad jump, and I wasn't putting my 100% effort into that. I was kind of just jumping. The second event was, I believe, I want to say it was the farmers walks, but I'm not even sure right now. It's still kind of a blur to me. I think it was the farmers walks, which is 225 in each hand, and you had to walk it for a max distance pretty much, and as soon as you drop the weight, you're done. Now, funny thing is, guys, I had no training equipment at my gym for farmers walks besides regular barbells, which is nothing like a farmers walk, okay? The handles are completely different. The weight is balanced completely different. So pretty much all I had at my gym was dumbbells that I walked from like the dumbbell rack to the bench to do whatever set I was doing. So that was my training for farmer's walk. So 225 in each hand. I wasn't even sure if I could pick up 450 pounds like that. But I did get it. I started walking, and about 20 feet in, I actually started freaking just going nuts. My feet crossed each other. The weights were just pretty much controlling me. I mean, I was trying to walk with like 2.5 times my body weight total, and I was not used to that at all. And once the weight just started going, it went down real fast. My grip was not a problem. I felt like I was doing good at first, but one of the judges, he was like right next to me, like screaming, like, keep your head up. And like, for some reason why, I could not, as soon as he said that, I lost my instinct to just walk, and I just fell apart. I felt like right there and then. I'm not saying that that's the reason why I fell, but it definitely threw me off. I feel like I was doing good off the start, but it went to shit, as you guys saw in the video. So I don't know what I placed on that event, but it was probably towards the end of the pack. I mean, there was a few guys that couldn't even move them at all, which is not surprising. 225 in each hand is a lot of weight to even pick off the ground, let alone walk with it from max distance. After that, there was the, I think, push-up, pull-up. Now, these push-ups were a lot more strict than I originally thought, and once again, I did not train for max push-ups. Normally at the gym, I just train for a bench press or hypertrophy training, doing 8 to 12 rep range at most, not max reps. Okay, and the key was with these reps, you could not hold at the bottom or lockout for more than 1 second. Meaning, if you did this push up, if you locked out, and if you were there for 1 second, one solid second, you're done. Then you had to go straight to pull-ups. And the same thing went for the pull-ups. As soon as you held yourself for more than a second, you were done. So way more strict, no rest at all, even though you're not really resting when you're holding yourself. You're pretty much just trying to get enough energy to do another rep. So I'll take 50. I got 54 push-ups, and then I went to doing the pull-ups, and I got 12 pull-ups, I believe. They didn't count one of my reps because I was like an inch away from locking out. Definitely should have learned kipping, because there was dudes there who were nowhere near as strong as me on pull-ups, but they could kip like a mofo. They were doing these perfect butterfly kipping, crazy body weight swinging pendulum things, butterfly pull-ups, I guess. And definitely gave them a huge advantage on that event. So if I ever do this event again, I will have to learn that, I guess, because I definitely think I could do 25 kipping pull-ups after maxing out on push-ups versus only 12 strict pull-ups. So that was that. After that, there was the medicine ball toss, I believe. And that was something I was able to train with sort of at my gym. There was a 35-pound medicine ball, but going from a 35-pound medicine ball of this size to a 60-pound medicine ball this big is a huge difference. It was actually so heavy that I couldn't even launch myself off the ground. And I actually did pretty good on that. I believe I tossed it, I think 19 feet, something around there, around 19 feet with the roll, which is pretty good, for, something I really didn't get to train with at my gym. I only did 2 medicine ball toss at my gym. And I think I got, like I said, 19 feet on that. The first attempt I did like 18.5 feet because I just wanted to play it safe and make sure that I got on the board, because if you were to if your foot crossed the line before the ball was out of your hands, it was a no lift, I guess, no ball toss. So I played it safe, and then after that was the deadlift medley. This was something I was really nervous about because I had not gone up to 495 pounds, 5 plates on a trap bar since 2012. So pretty much a year and a half of not doing any trap bar deadlifts whatsoever, pretty much, besides like maybe 1 or 2 training sessions in 2013. And I still somehow managed to pull 495 for a triple. I went to do a touch and go, but I almost fell over on the first rep on the deadlift because there was a slight slope on the parking lot that we were deadlifting in, which threw me off. As soon as I picked up almost 500 pounds, I almost fell with 500 pounds. So I was like, I better not do touch and go. So I put down and I did a reset reps for everything. Went right to the axle bar, 365 axle bar. Did that for dead stop reps. Went to 315. Did all those for dead stop reps, and I ended up getting like 13 reps with 315. which is pretty surprising after doing 500 for a triple on a trap bar, then going to 365 on an axle bar, which I've never trained before, which is, by the way, super, super awkward. I mean, you're talking a bar, it's like this fat around, so like you're just pretty much palming it like that. So your grip is not what it's like to, not what it's like to go from a skinny bar to a fat bar, man. It's a whole different animal. And then after that, there was the prowler push. It was the keg run, 175-pound keg, pretty much my body weight. For 75 feet, then you got to sprint back and do the 200-pound prowler push. I believe it was 200 pounds for 75 feet. And I ended up coming back on my my group, because we had like a group of 4 or 5 go. And I ended up coming back on the prowler push and beating everyone in my group, so I was really happy about that. And overall, just had a great time. I believe I was placed at 37th after everything was tallied up, but I think there was an error on the website because it had me at last place on my push-ups and pull-ups at 0 of a score of 0. So I think that affected my top, not my top placing, my just placing overall. Even if it didn't, I still wouldn't have won. Even George Lehman, he wasn't even close to winning. This competition was not geared towards pure strongman. It was geared towards like a hybrid of strongman / crossfitters. So pretty much like a tall, lean strongman would be the perfect type for this event. Someone who's like 6'1 to 6'3, probably 200 to 250 pounds would be the best kind of athlete, in my opinion, for Elliott Hulses' Strength Camp Challenge. But like I said, overall had a great time, and yeah, so that's about it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this answered some of your questions that you guys posted on the event video that I posted earlier. And once again, thank you to everybody, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.